Boys, what we got here is a bunch of modern women, well, mainly this woman right here, who just can't accept the reality. Well, her too. They just can't accept the reality that men typically just do not want single mothers. Like, if you have a choice, if you're given an option, you have options between a woman without kids, a woman with kids. 99.9% of the time, we're choosing the woman without kids. Like, it's just not natural for us to want to take care of another man's kids. And they just don't understand it. It further proves that women don't mind a man having kids because it shows that we can take care of something. But for men, we don't want that. We want to be the ones taking care of you. We don't want to know that you've given your womb to another man and now this man isn't around and now it's our responsibility. Like, no.
I encourage women to stand up for what they want.
And that sounds nice, but do you have...
And just because women stand up for what they want, it doesn't mean that they can get it. Like, you have to do the work for what you want. So if you want an exceptional man, you have to be an exceptional woman. You can't just say, oh, I want this. I'm raising my standards now. This is what I'm going to get. No, it doesn't work like that. The man, you have to be what the man wants, or else you're not going to get that. That's how that works.
Yeah, but you might not have it.
Yeah, but
where
then
you are now isn't where you're
what?
always going to be. So I do believe that if you have a mindset of you're going to get something,
Wait, what'd she say?
Do you have it?
No.
You might not have it.
Yeah, but
where
then
you
if
are
you
now
don't-
isn't where you're always going to be. So I do believe that if you have a mindset of you're going to get something, you can get it.
Oh my God, guys, here we go. It's that manifest. You gotta manifest that, man. If you manifest it, you want it so bad, you'll get it. That's so stupid. That's just like saying if I sit around all day just believing and wishing that I want to be a billionaire and have every woman in the world, I'm gonna get it, right? That's basically what she's saying. You see how stupid that is and delusional? No.
But can you maintain...
And the thing is, only women can think like this. Men that think like this, we get made fun of, we get cast away, we get told we're an idiot. But women, they're allowed to speak like this.
It's got to be realistic, though, which is what you said in the beginning, like, people are so delusional. Like,
Yeah.
you've got to keep it realistic.
I feel like it all depends on how you view life. Like you said, you're
See,
spiritual.
she says, I feel like, as if feeling like means anything. That's the problem. These women are feeling like instead of thinking and realizing the reality. It doesn't matter what you feel. What is it? What is going on actually in the world?
You view life in a certain way. You like to live a certain way.
No, it's dependent on outcome.
Right.
So
It's not dependent on what you feel. Like, what are we talking about here?
what do you get?
Yeah. What do you mean? Like
See, she doesn't even know what that means. It means what have you been getting your whole life? If you've been getting bum-ass dudes your whole life, why would all of a sudden, just because you want to raise your standards, would you be getting exceptional men? That's not how that works. You're going to continue to get bums because most likely you're a bum yourself.
So, okay, if you want a traditional outcome, like I'd first ask, are you a traditional woman?
Nope.
And
Guys,
what
we already
outcome
know she ain't traditional. Nope.
will you get? What outcome have you gotten in the past? If you've never gotten that outcome in the past, why would you get it in the future by
because
just raising
things
your
change.
standards?
No, because I feel like where you are now doesn't mean this is where you're always going to be.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. See, that's not how men think. It's either you look good, are you beautiful, are you fit, are you feminine, are you friendly, and are you childish? If you're not those 5 things, you're most likely not what men want.
As I know that your mindset matters. So whatever you say, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to get it done.
Your
I don't
mindset matters after you've gotten those 5 things that I just listed down. If you're not fit, you're not feminine, you're not friendly, you're not cooperative, you're not childish, you're not going to be chosen, and it's not going to matter what your mindset is because you didn't get into the dance.
care what.
Okay.
She says, says. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm
Right,
going to do it.
right, but this
It doesn't matter what you say, it's what the men say. That's what these women don't understand. It's really annoying.
Okay, so if I'm applying for a CEO job and they
Yeah.
say, okay, what CEOs have you worked for before?
But did you
And,
know
and they
there's
say, you know, I
See,
worked
she knows where she's going. Now she wants to cut her off because she knows where this is going.
minimum wage at McDonald's, but I really want the CEO
But you know,
job.
there's-
we can,
there's-
we can
there's-
talk about that
Now
when
she
you
wants
want
to
it, but
cut
it
her
doesn't
off.
mean you're going to get it.
But there's been probably situations where that's happened.
Oh, let's pull out the exceptions. That's what women love to do. We like to find this one exception that might have happened but probably did not and make that the outcome just to fit our argument. Oh, yeah, that's so good.
By chance and by going for
Right,
it.
and people win the lottery, and it
Yeah.
happens. But
But then-
I'm not going to go and give general advice and say, oh, this is going to happen for most people.
And nor would you get financial advice from someone that won the lottery. You wouldn't do that.
The
The
thing is,
perfect example is Tyler Perry.
it's not going to happen for most people.
Tyler, now she brings up Tyler Perry. Oh my God, guys, this is what we deal with. They bring up celebrities as if that's her.
But you just got to want it. That's what I believe.
Oh, you just gotta want it. So if I want to be a billionaire so bad, I'm gonna get it, right, guys? That's what she's saying.
believe that, or totally agree with what you're saying, but I do believe that once you have the mindset and you desire something, I said I'm not in the 20%.
You can desire something all you want, but if you haven't done the work and if you're not qualified to get it, you ain't gonna get it. That's all it is to
Doesn't
it.
mean that I'm not going to be one day. Maybe I want to be, and maybe I will be.
It doesn't matter if you want to be. The question is, the fact of the matter is, will you be?
All my mindset and what I
But you
choose to
can't
do.
be in the 20% with a kid.
Who says that?
It's
The men do. Statistically, the men have spoken.
Why can't I be in the
And
20%?
I'm sorry, it's not.
Because you are a baby mama to another man's kid, and you had this kid in your teens. So yeah, you don't get that. You made terrible decisions, so you lose out.
I agree.
I'm
I'm a mom, yeah.
I'm a mom. Can I finish?
Oh, yeah, and that's why you don't qualify for those men. Look at how she's moving her hands. Like, she's just annoying, how.
Okay.
Go on.
And nobody can limit me. No one can limit me.
You limited yourself. So yeah, you're right. No one can limit you. She's right, guys, because she limited herself by having that kid. What are we talking about here? Like, what were we speaking
There's
about?
no limitation. So if I want to be in the
Sorry, sweetie, your limitation is that kid that you had out of wedlock as a 16-year-old.
20% and I believe I'm going to be in the 20% with my 6-year-old, I am going to be in it. That's because
That's what you believe, but it's not really what's going to be the reality.
that's my mindset. And that's
Because
how
if it
I.
was the reality, it would have been the reality. That kid you had with that man, he probably would have married you, or another man would have, if that would have been your reality. But
Ask
Yes.
the top 20% of men what they want.
But that's fine.
And I'm
see,
telling
and she don't care what they want. That's why you're single, because you don't care what those men want. You want to be in those group of men or with those men, but you don't care what they want. You don't want to give them what they want, so why would they give you what you want?
interviewed these men. I've
don't
spoken to
want-
this
yeah,
men.
but that's
and they
fine.
don't
That's
want
fine,
single
but-
mothers typically.
But typically they don't want. But
So that means 99% of them are not going to choose it. And the men that would accept it, you don't want those men. Because you have plenty of men that are trying to probably be a father to that kid, and you're saying no to them. So, like, just get out of here with
sure,
this.
there's a small percentage
Right,
that
see-
will.
see,
I
you're
No,
know
fine.
there
it's fine.
isn't. If there was, they would have taken you.
Sierras exist, but they look like Sierra. And they
Exactly. That's the thing. Sierra is a beautiful woman, and she did what women want to do, but it's not really going to happen at a high rate. And that's why women look up to her, because she did the female imperative sexually, and she got away with it. That's why she's highly sought after.
Sierra outcomes.
Yeah, but
they're,
the thing
they're
is-
exceptions. They're not the rule.
That's fine.
Ever.
I know I'm not Sierra. I'm Janae Simone.
And
So
that's the
what-
problem. You're Janae Simone. That's why you're single. That is the problem.
Whatever Janae Simone wants, if she's going to put her mind to it, she's going to get it. So
Well,
you
haven't you been putting your mind to it? So why isn't it working out?
might not, the percent or the statistics may go against me, but I know who I am and I know what I want.
Oh, you know what you are, you know what you want. But even though statistics show that you're not going to get that, oh, just because you know what you want, you're going to get it. Right. Okay.
So yes, I have a 6-year-old, and yes, I was a teenage mom, but that doesn't define me.
You're not
It kind of does, sexually.
Who I am. Who I
It
was when I
defines you as being a mother to a kid out of wedlock. That's what that defines you as. You might not like it, but that's what it is.
was 18.
I'm not saying it defines you.
No, I'm not- I
saying,
know.
but it
But it
influences
does.
your outcomes.
It
It does.
influences my outcomes, but it doesn't 100%.
Oh my
factual
God!
that that's
See, she just can't accept it. She just can't accept it. It might persuade her, but it's not going to be 100%. It's not looking good for you, sweetie. And you keep thinking like that, you're going to end up dying alone.
to be my outcome.
Yeah.
Statistics can say whatever.
See?
But
See, guys, she basically just said it. You can tell her anything, and she ain't going to listen.
from what I believe and where I come from and what I know and what I've seen,
Oh, because that means anything, right? Because that means anything at all, based on what men want, right? Okay.
what I want, I will get. If I want to be a housewife, I'll be a
Like,
housewife.
any man listening to this is just turned away. They're just like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever you say, sweetie. And now she's saying, if I want to be a housewife, I'll be a housewife. But she said she wants to be that, but she's not that. So I thought you could be there if you wanted that. So which one is it?
If I don't wanna be-
Do you think it's wise to tell single mothers that they're going to typically be in the top 20%?
I think it's wise to tell single mothers
Do
that
you
if
think
you
that's
believe,
honest? Sorry,
See?
sorry. Do you think that's
See? She thinks it's wise to be lying to people.
honest?
No.
See, and now she admitted it. It's not honest. So she thinks it's wise, but it's not honest. See, that's what they want to be lied to. They
I
want
don't
pretty
think that's
lies.
honest. It's not about honest. It's about
See? She just said it's not about being honest, but they scream to the high heavens they want honesty. But right now she's telling you that it's not about that. It's about pretty old lies.
letting people know if you believe something and you're going to work towards it.
It's very
go for it.
unrealistic.
So she's talking about manifesting here, guys. Like, manifesting is a whole bunch of BS, especially if you're not doing the work. If you're doing the work, all right, I can get behind that. But just saying that sitting in a corner praying for something or wishing for something and it's gonna come to you is gonna be a solution, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
But would you?
No,
would
but
you
it's not
rather-
unrealistic. It
It
depends
is
how you.
And you
unrealistic.
don't see men talking about this manifestation bull crap because we are not allowed to. If we talk about this crap, we'll be freaking shunned and called names and everything out of the book. But women are allowed to do it though.
In terms of
unrealistic.
statistics, and I
Yeah.
understand you want to be an exception to the rule,
Yeah.
but it's unrealistic to leave
It's not about
single
being
mother.
See, even a woman's telling her that you're being unrealistic, and you can't tell her nothing. She's out of her element right now, and honestly, she's showing why she's single. What man would want to deal with a woman like this? That's just completely just out of her mind, just talking crazy, just saying anything, just wanting to be right. Like no man wants to deal with that. There's a reason you have a 6-year-old and you're single.
Exceptional.
To
It's
believe.
not about. It's not about trying to be like.
No,
not-
you're unique in your circumstance, and you believe you can
No, it's not
obtain
that.
that.
It's just who I am. It's not. I don't want
Oh, it's because who she is, guys. It's because who she is.
to.
Yeah, but you're not
She's so special. She's the snowflake that we've all been looking for.
Body
narrow-
you're speaking from, not statistical. Like it's
Yeah,
very
but
unrealistic.
why? So what? I'm gonna say to someone, you're gonna be a statistic.
No, I agree.
She can't even
I
say
get
it.
your point
I don't
of
think
view.
that.
I
I
get
don't
your
think
point
that
of
at all.
view, but it's to
Just
tell
because you don't like something doesn't mean it ain't true.
at large single mothers they've got a chance of.
I'm not gonna tell. I'm not telling that. I'm saying
That was the
myself.
question, though. So I think
Right.
that's unrealistic.
So do you think
No, but
it's
even to
unrealistic?
say to
I
other
don't think
people-
it's unrealistic.
I don't think it's unrealistic.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
you don't think it's unrealistic to lie to women about something that's not going to happen and hasn't been happening and will not happen.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna look
Pearl,
at someone.
guys,
factually, is
Can
that
I
not a
finish?
fact?
And this is
Because
why
I'm-
you shouldn't be listening to women about dating advice because they're going to lie to you. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. That's why you should not. And on top of that, they don't actually know what men want. So it's like, why would you get advice from a woman?
I'm not gonna look at someone. I don't care what situation you're in now. You can be homeless, poor, broke. I'm not gonna look at you and tell you your situation.
So you're telling me someone who's homeless and broke, you're telling them that they have the same amount of outcome, that they'll have the same amount of outcomes as someone that is opposite to them? Are we really serious right now?
Statistics have said you're gonna still be homeless.
Yeah.
and
I
broke.
agree.
I'm
I agree.
not free yet.
I
I'm not gonna
agree.
do that.
I agree.
It doesn't.
I agree.
didn't say you.
No,
would
I
die.
didn't say-
know
I
what
didn't say
I'm
you said
saying.
that.
I'm not saying that every single mother is going to die alone. But
Yeah.
I'm saying if they expect to get with the top
Yeah.
20% of men, shit, they
Yeah.
might
Woo!
because they're holding out for men that typically don't want them.
Tell them.
Top 20%.
Tell 'em.
I don't even think I deserve the top 20% of men.
Woo!
Like, that's
It's about
But
knowing what you
that's-
what you think
it's
you
saying,
deserve.
that's saying you're an
Though.
8 out of 10 or higher.
Yeah.
I mean,
But then, like you said
I don't think that's
before,
an insult.
like you said before, men don't really. You're saying they don't look at their parents 8 out of 10, so that wouldn't really matter in
What?
hindsight.
Yeah.
You're saying that they don't look at their
no,
parents.
no.
What the-
It starts with
Yeah,
love.
what is she
Okay.
talking about?
But
I'm
my
saying they
point
don't
of
like
view-
lip fillers.
Oh.
What is she talking about?
Okay, well, my point of view is that I would never look at somebody and say, because of where you are today or what you have today or
Okay.
what you've got, you're not going to be able to get
I would-
something.
Okay, that's because you're a woman and you look for different things than men. You probably wouldn't care that a man had a child, but men do care about that.
I would say because of choices that you've made, it is
Yeah.
unlikely that you will be in that position.
But that's your opinion,
It's,
but-
it's not an opinion.
That's literally what stats show.
It's looking at outcomes.
It's looking at outcomes,
Yeah,
but,
but then
there's
she can
many
change.
outcomes that I can change. I can change. I'm not going to be the
It's
same.
not about, see, she thinks it's about her. Like, it's not about you. Well, it is. Like, you do have a shitty attitude, but it's about that kid. That's what she doesn't get.
mother in 5
Yeah.
years.
But yeah,
And I don't believe that, and I'm not gonna.
But you can't change what men value.
Right.
And
Yeah, but I
Thank
can
you.
find someone that doesn't agree with that.
So you're gonna find someone that's not a man because men mostly value the same. So what are we talking
and
about?
Yeah.
typically that's not going to be the top 20%
But typically,
of men.
that's typically by
Typically-
statistics. It's not going to be 100%.
See, whenever she says the word typically, something rears into her head. Like it's something crazy.
And,
It's not 100%.
and miracles
It is.
happen, but it's not the rule.
It's not the rule, but who said
And
we
I
don't
just,
always
and I
have to
just
go
think
by rules?
I think it's dishonest.
We don't always have to go by rules. See, like she's just trying to be right now. She just can't accept it. She's in complete denial.
to say that it's likely that single mothers are going to get at the top 20%.
It's not dishonest because it's been happen. It's happened.
No, it doesn't happen. It happens at a small, slow rate. Like no, like stop it.
I'm not gonna. It's not dishonest. I'm letting
It would
people
be
know
honest to say that it will be harder for you to get what you want, but it's possible. That would be honest, but it's not highly possible. It's a very small percent chance that that'll happen.
that what you desire
get
is
that-
achievable.
if you
It's-
do-
that's
Nope.
it.
Can happen.
It's achievable.
I mean, that doesn't like what she's talking about does not work for relationships. That works what she's saying only works for like athletics, stuff like that, stuff that requires work and like a goal to achieve. But when we're talking relationships, no, that's not how that works at all, ever.
I'm not going to sit and tell someone because statistics says that you're not going to find someone in 20%. You're not.
But this
no.
is why-
No, it depends on your situation. If you have kids from another man, yeah, it's going to be hard as hell for you. It absolutely is going to be hard for you. To say that it's not is a complete fabrication.
Like women like prefer to be lied to.
Yeah,
because
and that's
a
what we
lie.
say.
It's not a lie.
It's
It's literally not being put in a box.
She already said earlier that it's a lie, guys. So now she's lying about lying. That's all that's happening here.
Okay, blessing.
Don't even ask this guy because we already know what he's gonna say, and they're just gonna discredit it anyway. You could bring 1,000 men, you can bring 1,000,000 men in there, and they'll all say nope, and they'll be like, "Oh nope, that's just them." That's all they'll say, as if the guys that want them they would even want. Like it's just so stupid.
Do men typically want single mothers?
Oh hell no.
See, that's what. Well,
That's you blessing.
do you know what it is? That's blessing.
That's blessing. Yeah, okay, right. No, that's most of us guys. Like that's what we're talking about here. They just can't accept. They can't.
I've been a single
Wait,
for example, I've been. Do you know what as well? It also depends on what type of single mother you are.
No, it does not. Like, there's no such thing as different types of single mother. You're either a single mother or you are not. That is it. Period. Like, this is what we've come down to.
No.
Can I finish?
Sorry, go on.
So I'm a single mother. Yes, I am.
Oh, we couldn't tell. We couldn't tell.
I was with my daughter's dad for 7 years.
Oh my God. So you were with this man for 7 years, have his kid, and he didn't want to marry you, but you think another man will? Men are gonna look at that. They're gonna be like, "So you were with this man for 7 years, and he didn't want to marry you?" Well, automatically, we're gonna know there's something wrong with you.
That was it.
And he
One
was out
partner
of
before him,
wedlock.
then my daughter's dad. That's it. I'm very. What's the word? How do I explain it? It's not hard for me to find someone, but I'm selective.
Oh my God. As if it's up to you. The men choose who gets commitment and who gets to be married. So stop trying to act like it's on you. This is what women do. Women in past the post-wall women or women with kids, this is what they do. Oh, I'm single by choice. I'm single because I want to be. No, you're single because men don't want you. Period.
Which I am allowed to be. But that's because I
You can
want to get
be what you want, but if men don't want you, it don't matter.
married. I do not rule out someone like me meeting someone that's going to value them because they don't have a child.
I didn't say you wouldn't find
No,
someone.
but
What are you
who
talking
values you.
about?
I said the top 20% of men is probably
Yeah.
unrealistic.
Yeah, it's
However,
very unrealistic.
And it doesn't. And it
Because these are
doesn't.
men that have literally conquered the world. They have all the money. They can have any woman they want. Why would they choose you? And you have another man's child. You show that you make terrible decisions. Men don't want to be with women that make terrible decisions. And that's what that really shows when you're a single mother. It usually shows that you've made, not every time, there are some women that have gotten married and they separate. But most of the time, single women have terrible decision making. And that's why they're single mothers. It's for a reason.
All men feel this way.
Yeah, that's okay.
About any kid. Any kid.
That's
Because,
okay.
because biologically, they don't have a biological incentive
And
to
that's
do
really
so.
what it
Okay,
is.
but just to let you, I just
See, she did not even hear what she said. She's just listening, not even listening. She's hearing to talk, because she ain't listening. That's beyond what we're trying to say. She's hearing just to talk, but most of the time she cuts her off.
Wait, can you say back what I said?
Nope.
What did you say?
Hell no. See, she doesn't listen. So she wants us to listen to her, but she ain't listening to anyone else. And that's the type of woman we're dealing with. You don't want to be with a woman like this who does not listen, who just wants to talk all the time, wants to be right all the time, annoying as hell, kids out of wedlock. Oh my God, it's just so much going on here.
Men don't have a biological imperative to raise other people's kids.
But I've seen it happen many times.
Oh, I've seen it many times. Shut up. No, you haven't.
Wait, their goal is to pass on their genes.
Yeah, but I've seen it happen many times.
Oh, I've seen it happen many times. In other words, she's seen it maybe once or twice.
Their goal is to pass on their genes.
Yeah, but that's statistically right.
Oh, that's statistically right. But she's so annoying, guys. Like, she is beyond annoying.
Wait, okay. Their goal is to pass on their genes.
Yeah.
And so marrying a single mother, they're putting their resources, their time, and their
Yeah.
energy
To
into
the
a kid
side.
that's not theirs.
Okay.
And legally they have no rights to.
Okay.
So they could raise a kid for 10 years. You could change your mind tomorrow and say,
And
you know
leave,
what,
and
I'm
there's
not
nothing they
feeling
can
this
do
anymore.
about it.
Take the kid they raised.
Okay.
Now, why would a man want to deal with that? Like, ask yourself that, but they don't ask themselves that. They don't give a crap. They only care about themselves.
10 years. So,
But it happens.
so wait, and miracles miracles happen, but it's not the rule.
Yeah, but I don't think it's not a miracle. That's not a miracle.
Wait.
She's saying that's not a miracle. So something happening at an 18% rate isn't a miracle? Are we serious right now? She's out of her mind, guys. She's literally out of her mind.
Yeah. Where women, it's not the same, because if a guy has a kid, that's like signals other women want him.
And that's why they're not understanding why this is such a turnoff to men, because they're looking at it at their point of view, because they think from their point, oh, I don't mind if a man has a kid. It shows that they can take care of something. They think that we think the same way too. No, we don't think like that. It's the complete opposite. Like, no. Crazy.
And so that's a sign of pre-selection. So back in the jungle or whatever, if I saw a guy with a kid, it said, hey, she picked him and he could take care of that kid, so I should pick him too. So we just don't view it
all
the same
it
way.
is pre-selection. Men don't move on pre-selection. Like, if we see a woman with a bunch of guys, we're not like, oh, I need her. Like, no, if anything, we're turned off. But a man that has a bunch of girls around him, that signals to the other girls to come join the party. Men and women are not the same. Like, we need to really stop with this nonsense.
Yeah, but I don't agree. I know that
She doesn't agree because it hurts her feelings and she doesn't like it. And that's what the type of woman we're dealing with. If she doesn't like what you're saying, even if it's factually true, she's going to dismiss it.
There's men out there that will take me on and marry me with my one child.
If that were the case, why hasn't it happened? And if that were the case, why did your baby daddy not take you on? Because she's full of shit. Like, there's no one that wants to take this on. Like, she's too much. She's a lot of work. She's annoying. She's out of pocket. She always wants to be right. That alone right there is enough to just make a man run away. Like, you don't have to do much more than that. Anything else is just kicking a man while he's down.
And there's men out there that will take on. Can I finish? There's men out there that will take on a woman with 6 children.
No, there aren't. And if there are, you don't want those men, and you'll treat those men like complete crap. Men that will take on a woman with 6 kids that aren't his, that's not a top 20% man. Like, we're talking about something else.
Wait, there's always going to be somebody.
But
always.
But the type of man that I
it's
want.
not typically the top 20%.
Ever. It's not ever.
You're talking about realistically. If I've set myself something, I know I'm gonna
she's like, guys, you see what we deal with?
get it.
You
So
see
you
it?
might say I'm delusional. No one's gonna want one.
She's beyond
I
difficult.
don't think you're delusional. I don't think you're delusional.
No, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
She is delusional. I'll say it. She is completely and utterly delusional, and she talks too much.
People might think that, oh, you're delusional.
I don't
Who
think
wants
you're
someone-
delusional.
No, but I'm just trying to say other people may see that. Or who wants? Because I've heard it many
Oh, we
times.
see it.
Who wants somebody with a child? Nobody wants that. But in reality, they do.
Most don't.
And
No,
that's
they
it.
don't.
It doesn't happen. It does
No, they
happen.
don't.
Maybe that's.
Not really. And let's ask those women how much they desire those men. And we know the answer to that. Like, this woman is full of shit. She's trying to convince herself. Like, because she ain't convincing us.
You think,
No, they
but
don't.
I agree. They do.
Because it's a
You never
headache
sit
of your
down with them.
ex-partner.
I believe you could actually like sit men down and I'd say no. That the majority of them.
I don't agree. I've seen it.
And now that's delusional.
No, I've seen people. Just because you've seen people doesn't mean a majority aren't saying hell to the no.
You're in denial of the truth because
No,
that
I'm
is
not
the
in
truth.
denial. So
Yeah.
you believe that?
I
a man
believe
won't
you can
want-
find a man in the top 20% and you'd be an exceptionally rare case. But if you sat 10 men down here, majority, if not all of them, would say they don't want to raise someone else's child.
Right. And
maybe
that's
that's
just
true.
the case.
But from my-
She said maybe that's true. But from what I've seen, this isn't true, guys. Like, this is what we deal with. It's just people trying to be right all the time. It's annoying.
experiences.
Instead
I
of
know
getting
that-
it right, they need to be right. Like, let's get it right.
People that have raised other people's children,
Yeah.
and I don't believe they love them in the
Well,
same
I'm
way.
a
either.
stepchild, however, it's the opposite way. My
Okay.
dad married, so
Okay.
So I've seen it, but it's from a woman's point of view. And
Okay.
I've also seen people take on other
Yeah,
people's
but a
children when
woman's
they're
point of
married.
view
It
is
does happen,
different
but
from a man's.
is,
Like,
are
what are we
you
talking
raised by a
about?
man in the top 20%? Is what she's saying. It's like you're not getting the top 20%. You're going to be
But I don't
exceptionally
know.
rare case.
Well, maybe
I'm
I
not
will.
saying it's not possible. I'm not
Yeah.
doubting like what you're saying. You
Yeah.
believe in yourself. You believe you can get it. You can get it. But
It's bull. And that's why women cannot be giving dating advice. You can't listen to women. They lie to each other. They tell each other pretty lies. And they don't want to listen to the truth. I got plenty more coming. Thanks for watching.